I found this new old stock, factory sealed Dionne Warwick Psychic Friends Network, the Psychic Within box set. And we're going to do an unboxing, so get the scissors. Okay, we see it. Unboxing. Marie has a song called Boxing with a video called Boxing, and now she has a video called Unboxing. We'll link to that boxing video. Okay, there it is. Now open it. Wait a minute. Let's see the back of the box. Now we got the grungy shrink wrap all off of it. Ooh, look. Oh, what's this? Something fell out. Ooh, the guide.
Daily inspiration.
The daily inspiration guide.
We'll come back to that.
But wait, let's get a quick little sample of what's in things. We don't need to look at every page. Just are there pictures? No, there's no pictures. Boring. No pictures. All right.
Don't you want to hear some?
No, I don't want to hear. Read me one sentence.
Motivation. You can't buy it, and you can't borrow it.
Wow. Okay. Sorry for the glare. Okay, the Psychic Within. There we go. This is what? 1994 by Information, spelled INPHOMATION. Okay. Now wait, what's all this stuff that's already falling out? How did that cassette tape? Oh. Oh, there we go. Now we are so lame. Everything fell out before we could properly unbox it. Okay. The Psychic Within calling card. I bet that's collectible. We have a cassette tape, audio. We're going to actually transfer all of these things and play them for you at the end of the video here. It's an audio cassette, a video cassette.
VHS.
Look at that hair. And the inspiration guide. Boy, that's a lot of packaging for not a lot of stuff. Okay. All right. You've seen it. Now we're going to cut to Dionne Warwick. Oh, wait. So we have to try calling the calling card number first before we cut to the video. Okay. So 1-800-472-1851.
Belt is not in service. Please check the number and try again. 800-472-1851-138. Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. Announcement for switch to -43.
Well, I guess we're not going to connect with our Psychic Within today, at least not over the phone.
From the Psychic Friends Network, your host, Linda Georgian.
Hi, welcome to the Psychic Within. I'm Linda Georgian, and during the next half hour, I'm going to share with you a formula for success that has changed my life. Everyone has psychic ability. You may know it by different names such as intuition, gut feeling, or hunches. The key to success is getting more closely attuned with your subconscious. Successful people are more attuned with their subconscious than the rest of us. These same people are able to tap into their psychic energy and use it to achieve their dreams.
Joining us are 4 nationally prominent psychic advisors who work with Dionne Warwick Psychic Friends Network.
We'll share with you their theories on the 8-step process and how to use it to achieve your dreams. As you'll see, you don't have to be a professional psychic to tap into your psychic energy and be rewarded by its power. And most importantly, you'll discover how your Psychic Within can help you find love, improve your career, and achieve the success you've always desired. The process is easy, but you must be willing to open your mind and your heart to the flow of power available to you from your Psychic Within.
finding love and improving relationships.
What is love? Everyone wants it, but few keep it. Men search for Juliet while women await their Prince Charming. Wars have been fought and kingdoms have fallen, all in the name of love. King Edward VIII even gave up his throne for love. The heavenly bliss of love has long been described in literature. Love is the greatest feeling life has to offer. But how do you find love? How do you attract that man or woman of your dreams? The answer is simple. Your psychic within holds the key to finding your true love. If you're already married, your psychic within will bring your marriage to a new level of happiness. So let's listen as these psychics walk us down the path to a new understanding of attracting love.
Visualizing.
So many people that I talk to have a lot of unhappiness in their relationships. They match up with people that are difficult, or they match up with people that don't treat them well. And I think it's real important that you know what you want in a relationship, to actually visualize the type of mate that you would like to attract. And I do believe that it's possible to attract someone that really fits who you are. And I think that the one thing that you need to get in touch with is what's in your heart. A lot of people try and figure it out up in their head, what it is that they want. And I don't think it works that way. I think paying attention to your heart and feelings and not denying that that's what you need and what you feel.
See this person in your mind's eye. Visualize how this person looks, the qualities that this person has, a sense of humor, anything that you really want to draw to you. And you send that out into the universe with all the belief, desire, and expectancy that this is what's coming into your life. Now, it's not wishing and hoping and dreaming about it, but it's something that you know with all your heart and soul and really believe it, and you know what? It's going to come to you.
You need to pay attention to what's in your heart and really see what kind of person you would like. Do you want someone that has a sense of humor? Do you want someone that is kind, compassionate? Do you want someone that has more ambition, money? I don't think that anything is wrong with what you want, but I think that getting in touch with what you want is very important. I think closing your eyes and really seeing the person in front of you, and not just visually as far as what they look like, I think it's also important to know what they feel like. What does it feel like to be with this person? What does he feel like or she feel like? How does she sound? What does she smell like? What does she look like? How does she feel physically? And I think that the closer you are to finding your ideal mate corresponds with how much you visualize this person coming into your life.
Decide what to change.
You may be wondering, well, what do I need to change? Well, what is it that you're unhappy with in your own life? I feel that the more happy you are in your own life, the easier it will be to attract someone. It may be that you want to change your body. I think that taking care of yourself and being good to yourself physically is very important to attract someone, not so much so you can look better, but that you feel the best, that you are the best that you can be. You may want to change your living surroundings. Maybe you want a more harmonious environment. It could be that you need to rearrange your work. Are you working all the time? Do you have any space for a relationship to come into your life? I think that some people are so busy and they have no room really for a relationship. They fill it up with other activities. And I think that creating some kind of space in your heart as well as in your everyday lifestyle is important to have someone come into your life.
Set goals and timetables.
Goal setting and getting a timetable for when the relationship comes in really ties into some of the changes you need to make. If you feel you need changes, allow yourself some room to move and for your life to move forward, and say you would like someone to come into your life 6 months from now. Well, hopefully the changes that you've been wanting to make will have occurred by that time, if you're sticking with your time schedule. And also, I think it's important that you set goals realistically. It's possible that a person could come into your life the next day, and I think that saying as soon as possible is a good thing to kind of concentrate on also.
If you're building a relationship with someone, whether it's a new relationship or one that you've been in for a while, and it's a little bit shaky and you're not sure what the problem is, the easiest thing to do is to sit down and talk to each other. Talk to each other from what I call the higher, more honest self, the higher spiritual self. Set goals together. Maybe it would be to go on a trip somewhere or just go out to dinner, but take time to talk together. Most people spend only 20 minutes a week talking. There's been a couple of studies done, and this is what they found out. Communication is the key to making a relationship work.
Think positive.
Thinking positive is what makes life interesting. Thinking of unlimited possibilities, thinking of, hey, can I do this or can I do that? Of course you can. When you tune in to your higher self, because there's nothing stopping you.
I think with a person trying to attract a relationship, and it can't be said enough, they have to first love who they are. They have to like and love themselves, because otherwise they're not going to attract somebody who also likes and loves themselves. You can't show respect and love to another human being if you don't feel it for yourself first. And like does attract like. I think the human mind becomes a bit like a magnet in whatever that dominant thought is what you're going to get. It's what you're going to pull into your life.
Stop worrying and get organized.
It's important that you not worry about whether this person is coming in, to just keep your goal and your intention, but I also think it's important that you connect with your higher power, that is the psychic within. There is a saying, let go, let God. And if you stop worrying, and I think worry kind of blocks our ability to receive what we want, if you stop worrying and kind of let the universe take care of it, you'll get what you want.
A lot of people worry when they get in a relationship. They find someone, they've been guided to this person spiritually, they think it's their soulmate, everything is going just great for them, and all of a sudden they start to worry about what can go wrong. They start to bring in old self-sabotaging patterns from the past. And the past is the past. It is not this moment. It's not today. The past is gone and buried. A lot of people worry about not saying the right thing or doing the right thing. And when you're with someone in a relationship and that relationship is working, it's because you, first of all, love you and accept who you are. And secondly, you love them and accept who they are.
Relax.
The next step is just to relax. And by relaxing your mind, relaxing your emotions and your body, that allows what you want to come towards you. And I think that getting in touch with the psychic within, your psychic power, and your source of faith, or however you want to say it, that's what allows the energy to move towards you and what you want to come into your life.
Relaxation is very important, and most people do not spend enough time relaxing. They spend time worrying, thinking, filling their mind up with what I call lots of busy activity. To relax means that you let your guard down, you open your mind, and you basically let your heart be free. When you do this, all of a sudden what happens is you have new opportunities that can come into your life, new love come into your life, and you become totally refreshed.
Stay healthy.
Talking about the psychic within is important, but I also feel it's important to take care of your body. How you take care of your body is a symbol of how you are, how you treat yourself, how good you are to yourself. And by taking care of your body, you're showing the universe that you feel you deserve the best. And a lot of us forget about our body. We work on our mind, our emotion, our spirituality, but taking care of your body is important.
Listen to and love yourself.
If you're in a relationship and it's not working, and you think there needs to be a change because the communication is not open and clear, the first one that you need to look towards is yourself. And if you ask yourself questions and you start talking to your higher self, your more, what I call your more psychic self, those answers will come to you through your heart and through divine guidance. And what will happen is you'll start to see a new awakening on how to make the relationship work. If you're not being appreciative of
the other person, or maybe you're not being appreciative enough of yourself.
Loving yourself, being good to yourself, and forgiving yourself for your past is important because it shows the universe that you deserve the best, and also if you love yourself, you will attract people who love you.
Finding love and improving relationships.
It has been said that you don't need to be a millionaire to be happy, but we all need money. Life as we know it would be impossible without it. Financial prosperity allows you to concentrate on the more important aspects of life. And once you learn to channel your psychic within, your dreams of working at a job you love and gaining the wealth you desire will come true. If you can find something that you are so passionate about that you would do it for nothing, you will have found your life's calling. The key is to make this your career. Let's focus in as these psychics help us to change our destiny.
Visualizing.
What is it that you feel really passionate about? What is it that really excites you? Visualize yourself doing it 8 hours a day or 12 hours a day. Visualize yourself actually working at it and getting money from it. Visualize yourself actually working at what really excites you and where your passion is. If you get in touch with the psychic within, helps you get in touch with the passion, then you can really see yourself and believe in yourself in what you really want to do.
Whatever it is that you want in this lifetime, I firmly, truly, honestly believe you can have it. But there's certain steps that you have to go about to achieve this, and number one is creative visualization. And what you do is you see in your mind's eye what it is you want to accomplish. Now you can do this in the form of whatever is bothering you. Say you want to bring a really wonderful relationship into your life, or in regards to career, or anything.
Decide what to change.
Why are you in your present job? Figure out what it is that you feel dissatisfied with, and then picture yourself changing that. What is it that you would like to change about your job? Is it the hours? Are you getting no satisfaction out of what you're doing? Are you just not excited about what you're doing? I think that you need to change in a step-by-step, goal-setting manner, in little steps, what it is that you really need to do. So many of us choose a job because of the money, and a lot of us are unhappy in our jobs because we are in our jobs only to make money. I think it's really important that you get in touch with your inner passion. And if you feel passionately about a certain subject, if you feel passionately about a certain area, go for it. Trust yourself. Get in touch with that inner psychic, and you will know exactly what you need to do.
Set goals and timetables.
When they interview the most successful people, and they always say, you know, I always knew that I was going to be successful. I always knew I was going to do this or do that ever since I was a little girl or boy. And it's just a knowing inside your soul, inside your heart. And you have to know that you can accomplish this, and you will.
Think positive.
Truly, the dominant thought that you have is what you're going to bring into your life. That's going to be the basis for what you create. So it becomes a matter of really putting your attention and thought only to those things you want to encourage and bring into your life.
What you have to do, first of all, is release your ego. Get out of yourself, and you can do this by meditation, by relaxing your body and clearing your mind, and then again seeing in your mind's eye what it is that you want to accomplish. And then you'll draw that to you, but you have to let it go. Don't sit there and dwell on problems, because when you dwell on things, you can actually block the energy from coming into your life. Just know that it's coming to you, and it will.
Stop worrying and get organized.
Stress and worry really block what we're wanting in our lives. Stress and worry is a block because it cuts off the flow. It cuts off the psychic flow. Worrying gets you up into your head. And I think that when you stop worrying and let things flow, you come from your heart. And I really think that the heart and the mind, when they are together, and that's when your psychic energy is flowing. If you're worrying, you're up in your head, you're cutting off your emotional flow and your psychic flow. When you stop worrying and you just let things flow, you get in touch with your psychic energy, that's when your life changes.
Relax.
After you've gotten in touch with what you want, it's important that you learn to relax. By relaxing your mind, your body, your emotions, you get in touch with the psychic within. And that helps you to release the blocks, any blocks that you have toward getting what you want. Just relaxing, letting the energy flow in towards you and letting it flow out of you. It's important that you learn to unblock whatever it is that's keeping what you want from your life. And just by relaxing is a good way to receive what you're wanting.
Stay healthy.
Staying healthy is very, very important because a person really needs to take care of their own self before they can really take care of anyone else. And to focus on yourself means to be well balanced. Eat the right kinds of foods, maybe exercise, have a balanced mental attitude of knowing where you want to go and how you're going to get there. And also tuning into your higher spiritual self, which means that you realize that you have unlimited possibilities when you tune into your psychic self.
Listen to and love yourself.
It's easier to listen to yourself than to do something that's contrary to what you believe you should do and then say, I knew that was the wrong thing, I knew that was a mistake. I think with a lot of people, it comes down to a matter of trust. You're not going to listen to yourself if you don't trust that voice. Once you learn to trust that voice, you'll never stop listening to yourself because it becomes the path of least resistance. It becomes the easiest thing. And it's usually the right thing. It's always the right thing.
What's your most favorite thing that you like to do? If I said to you, you can do this, you can make money at it, you will never fail, what do you like to do? Whatever that answer is, that's where we go from. It can be a hobby, it can be an activity, it can be something that you did years ago and failed at, but for some reason you still want to do this. What you do is you focus in on, all right, this is my love. When you find something that you enjoy doing, that you really enjoy doing and you have great passion for, what happens is that the doors of opportunity open for you because you're good at this. It's reflected in your face, it's reflected in your heart, it's reflected in how you do that special thing that you do.
Success and power.
In life, your main goal should be to become the most successful you can be, whatever you wish to be successful at, whether it's as a father, mother, spouse, or in business. Your psychic within can help you achieve it. Each one of us seeks success and power, but success and power mean different things to different people. Being at one with your psychic within will give you the peace of mind and power over your own destiny. And once you control your destiny, that is true success.
Visualizing.
Visualizing yourself successful and powerful has a lot to do with getting in touch with the psychic within. The more you get in touch with who you are and your psychic energy, the more you will have control over your life and your direction. And I think power has to do with your connection with your spiritual side, with your psychic side. And I think that if you are in touch with your spiritual side, you will make less mistakes. You will focus in on what you need to do in a clearer way. And I think clarity is a real important part of getting in touch with your power. You'll see yourself successful. Things will come your way that you never dreamed possible. And you will attract people that will be assisting you on your path.
Decide what to change.
So many people I talk to want things in their life, and there are reasons why they're not getting it. And I think that when we decide to make certain changes in our life, it's difficult. No one likes to change. It's not an easy thing to do. But in order to change and get what you want, you need to take inventory of your life and see where it is that you're stopping yourself from really getting what you want. You may want to change how you present yourself to other people. You may want to be a little more goal-oriented, write down exactly what you want, and visualize yourself successful at it.
If you're going to a place every day, 8 to 5, 9 to 5, and you're feeling nervous, upset, overlooked, under pressure, anything negative, I say you're in the wrong place. And you need to resonate with what you feel good with. Your soul will let you know when you're doing what's right for you, because your emotions will reflect that. You'll say, this feels right to me.
The clearer you are on your intention, what you want in your life, and the clearer you can see yourself as successful, the faster you will get results, you will attract people you need to assist you on your path, and you will be in a less struggling period in your life. So you need to focus in on exactly what you want and picture yourself how it would feel to get what you want and how it would feel to be powerful and successful.
Everyone has the ability to be successful. And you cannot be successful unless you take the chance and try whatever it is that you want to do. Success is all around us. Success is a word that we measure ourselves by. What might be very successful to one person might be not so successful to anyone else. When we set limits or goals that aren't overwhelming, we take one step on the road to success. And from that step, we take another step and another step.
Set goals and timetables.
It's important that you set timetables and goals. And I think some people are overwhelmed by certain goals or overwhelmed by the thought of goal setting. So it's important a lot of times that we set baby steps for ourselves. Look at small goals and achieve them in a realistic way. And you can achieve small goals and you can achieve the bigger ones down the line. But the more specifically you see yourself and the more specifically you visualize what you want and when you want it, the faster it'll come and the easier you'll get what you want.
Think positive.
Thinking positive is a very important thing in a lot of people's lives, but a lot of people do not know how to do it because what they do is they spend a lot of time focusing on the negative. Whatever you think in your mind comes to pass. If you think positive thoughts, what will happen is the road will open up, the opportunities will be there, and you will be able to make your life work.
How we project ourselves mentally and emotionally to the universe, to other people, but also gives a message to the universe on how much we deserve what we get back. So the more positive you are in believing that you deserve the best, that you will get what you want, the easier it will be for the universe to give back to you, and the easier it will be for you to get what you want.
Stop worrying and get organized.
And stop worrying. Get organized. Pay attention to the little details of what you want and get your goals set and take baby steps in that direction. And I think you'll find that you will achieve what you want easier and in a more flowing way.
Worry is the exact same magnet that you engage when you're using positive thinking. You will use that very same magnet when you worry, so that you can actually run the risk of attracting exactly that thing that you don't want. So if I'm spending my time and my dominant thought is that situation that I am concerned or worried about, it's the way I can pretty much guarantee that is what I'm gonna create in my life. Worry is the way not to create what you want.
Relax.
Just relax. Just let the universe take care of you. I think that if you really get in touch with your psychic ability and your inner ability, that's when things flow towards you, because you're getting in touch with your center, your psychic center, and that's your connection with the universe, and the universe will assist you in getting what you want.
It takes practice to quiet the mind. I think when people talk in terms of relaxing, they're talking in terms of shutting off the noise, quieting down the noise in their mind. There's a lot of chatter that just sort of naturally occurs, and it takes a certain amount of discipline to get to that point. It's not instantaneous. If that's the case, you can just go to sleep. So I think with relaxation, people need to consciously set about to relax.
Stay healthy.
Being successful, we are busy, we have busy lives. A lot of us have children and husbands and careers. We forget to take care of ourselves. We take care of everyone else. It's real important that you take care of your body, because that shows that you care about yourself. It shows the universe that you deserve the best. If you take care of yourself and you show that you love yourself in that way, you will attract people and situations that are harmonious with you.
Listen to and love yourself.
To be tuned in to yourself means that you have the power to say yes or no. You have the power of choice, and you no longer ask permission from anyone else. You ask yourself, and you let your heart decide, or your higher spiritual self decide. It is you who has the power over your life, no one else. And when you take that control over your life, what happens is all of a sudden life gets easier for you. You become more tuned in because you start to see things very clearly. You see your own life very clear. You see other people very clearly. And some of those people you may no longer want to associate with because they might be stealing your personal power.
Believing in yourself in any environment, be it a workplace, in your home, that's what sets yourself up for being successful. Believing in yourself no matter what anyone else says, and keeping on your course and keeping in your intention is very important for getting what you want. In any kind of workplace, whether it's harmonious or whether your boss is telling you or arguing with you, it's important that no matter what happens, that you believe in yourself, and by getting in touch with the psychic within helps you stay on your course and helps you to feel the passion and to believe in yourself that attracts success.
Your psychic energy is an extremely powerful force that will enable you to make all your dreams come true. Your love life, relationships, and career will improve immensely. You'll gain wealth, happiness, and become the most successful and powerful person you can be. All this is possible by getting in touch with your psychic self. The 8-step process makes it easy. By applying to your life what you've learned on this test, the power and possibilities of your psychic within are limitless. It's worked for me, and it will work for you.
Discover your psychic within.
Hi, and welcome to The Psychic Within. I'm Linda Georgian. The tape you are now listening to is very special and unlike any other you've heard before. This tape contains the formula for getting in touch with your psychic energy. Everyone is psychic, and your psychic within is a source of unlimited power. Many successful people have learned how to tap into their psychic energy and turn their dreams into reality. You may know your psychic within by different names such as intuition, gut feeling, or hunches. The key to success is getting more closely attuned with your psychic energy, and I'm going to show you how to do it. The process is easy. All you need to know are 8 basic steps. Practicing these steps will put you on the road to success with your love life, career, and general well-being. Once you have awareness, all you need is an open mind and an open heart to fully experience your psychic within.
Tell me your vision of the future, and I will tell you who you are or can ever hope to be. Dr. Theodosia Subzansky.
The first step of the process is the most important and is referred to as visualizing a new you. It requires a decision, followed by a continuing commitment to stick with the original idea. Your subconscious remembers everything that happens to you by recording impressions of your feelings and ideas. Therefore, feelings of depression and inadequacy can manifest themselves as negative events in your life. Statistics show that more than half of all diseases are caused by emotional disturbances emerging from the subconscious. The idea that you are what you feel may sound scary, but think about the tremendous power that it could wield if you learn to control it. If negative feelings can have that disastrous of an impact, then think of the incredible benefits that positive feelings would have. Think of the subconscious as a computer system that accepts whatever information you give it as fact. Knowing that this is true, you must visualize whatever you want in life. Let's say you want a boat. Imagine yourself gliding across the water with the salty spray in your face and the wind in your hair. Enjoy the whole experience as though it were actually happening. In addition, you must believe in your visualization. You must not only visualize, but you must also believe that whatever visualization you have will come true. On top of mental images, collages can be very helpful. For example, if you want a new house, cut out of a magazine or a newspaper a picture of a house you would like. Paste it where you can see it every day and visualize yourself owning it and living in it. Again, it is very important that you believe what you're visualizing will really come true. Remember, visualizing a new you is the most important step. It takes continued commitment, but if you stick with it, the next 7 steps will fall into place.
Some men see things as they are and ask why. I dream of things that never were and say, why not? George Bernard Shaw.
Once you have visualized the new you, step number 2 follows logically. You need to decide what to change about yourself in order to reach the new you. Since you now have new ambitions you're striving for, you're going to have to make some changes. Be honest with yourself. Listen to your psychic within. Your inner intuition will tell you what needs to be changed. To help yourself, make a liability list of all your assets and faults. Be honest. You're the only person that has to see it or know it exists. Sometimes faults are easier to think of than good points. So remember not to shortchange yourself. Take your time making the list. Examine the list and see what you need to change. If something is unsolvable, accept that too. It's not the problem that's the problem. It's one's view of the problem that is the problem.
Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. Helen Keller.
Now that you know what you want to achieve, the next step is to determine when you are going to achieve it. Step 3 is to set goals and timetables. Make sure the goals you set for yourself are realistic. For example, deciding that by the end of the year you're going to be promoted and get a raise is realistic. But saying that you're going to be a millionaire by tomorrow may set you up for disappointment. Set a timeline for when you plan on achieving your goal, and be specific. Continually strive for the timeline you have set for yourself. Monitor your goals as you achieve them. Make modifications as you go along. Life is an adventure and anything can happen. Remain dedicated to your goals, and you'll amaze yourself by your success.
If I'm not for myself, who will be? Hillel from the Talmud.
Step number 4 is think positive. With a positive attitude, you can accomplish just about anything. It is this attitude during the journey to the new you that is most important. Don't get upset if things don't always go your way. Sometimes you have to adjust your goals, but the key is to think positive. Make daily affirmations on your progress towards the new you. I mentioned earlier how the subconscious is like a computer that believes whatever information is programmed into it. The more positive input, the better. Remember, the subconscious works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Therefore, a generally positive attitude will work wonders. Think of the glass as half full, not half empty.
Worry is a dividend paid on disaster before it's due. Ian Fleming.
Step 5 of the process is simple enough. Stop worrying and get organized. Worrying is an extremely unproductive response to any given situation. All worry does is increase the stress level and make it more difficult to come up with logical solutions. Many years ago, I was told by a wise astrologer to put all my financial worries aside for 1 month and just enjoy myself. To not worry about money for a month seemed impossible, but he assured me that things would be no worse off in 30 days than they were at that moment. So I took his advice and enjoyed myself, worry-free, for the entire month. By the end of the month, financial matters were no worse off. Plus, I had a clear mind to deal with my problems. The solutions came easily to me once I was out of the worry mode and my money problems were solved. With a worry-free mind, solutions to your problems come to you a lot easier. In addition, organization in your life makes solutions flow smoother as well. Clutter is disorder, so rid yourself of all unnecessary clutter at your home or office. You will be surprised at how good you'll feel once you finish the cleaning and clearing process.
Whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is gracious, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think ye on these things. Apostle Paul.
Step 6. You have to learn to relax. It's estimated that stress accounts for over 75% of all illnesses, so relaxation is vital to health and well-being. Relaxation allows us to alleviate stress and operate at a higher efficiency level during the day. Besides the added health benefit, when you're relaxed, you think more clearly and solutions to your problems come more easily to you. Also, it is much easier to get in touch with your psychic within while relaxed. When the body is relaxed, we are more attuned to the subconscious, and we can then better understand what the subconscious is trying to tell us. Take time out of your day for relaxation. Leave your desk at work to stretch at least twice an hour. Your subconscious will kick in at these moments and help you with the task at hand. Another technique is to lie back with your eyes closed and picture yourself floating in space. Breathe deeply as you visualize each muscle relaxing one at a time. Start with your feet and work your way up to your face.
A regular exercise regime is as important to the tenor of the mind as it is to the tone of the muscle. Benjamin Franklin.
Eating right and keeping in shape is as important for the mind as it is for the body. That's why step 7, stay healthy, is an important part of the 8-step process. More than 1/3 of Americans are malnourished, and this is not because of a lack of food. It's because Americans don't eat the right kinds of foods. A malnourished body affects the subconscious as well, and your psychic within needs to be operating at top form in order to help you out with your daily life. The 4 food groups are essential to your physical, mental, and psychic well-being. The average adult requires 2 servings per day from the milk group, which consists of all dairy products, including cheese and yogurt. 4 to 6 ounces of meat, fish, or poultry are also required. 4 or more servings of fruits and vegetables provides an excellent source of vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Finally, 4 or more servings of grain provides additional vitamins, minerals, and carbohydrates. Proper nutrition combined with regular exercise will keep your entire self feeling healthy.
Failure isn't important. It's the fear of failure that we should worry about. That's what keeps us from trying something new. Jack Lemmon.
Finally, listen to and love yourself. This last step of the process is essential, for only you know what is best for you. Trust your psychic within. It won't steer you wrong. It's very important to love yourself. Failure is a part of success, and you must keep going no matter how tough it gets. If you listen to and love yourself, nothing can stop you from achieving your dreams. Make a journal of all your hunches, intuitions, and dreams. Make a note of when you're right and when you're wrong. By doing this, you'll get more attuned with your psychic within. And it is only by truly understanding your psychic within that you can fully realize your dreams. Now, let's review the process that you have just learned. It's important that you clearly understand the steps. Step 1, visualizing the new you. Visualize who and what you want to be and go for it. Step 2, decide what to change. Figure out what you need to change about yourself in order to become the new you. Step 3, set goals and timetables. Decide when you want to achieve your goals and stay on a steady course until you get there. Step 4, think positive. Get your subconscious working for you by thinking positive about every aspect of your life. Step 5, stop worrying and get organized. When you don't worry, you think more clearly and solutions will come to you much more easily. Step 6, relax. Relaxation alleviates stress and gets you more in touch with your psychic within. Step 7, stay healthy. A proper diet and regular exercise is vital to your physical, mental, and psychic well-being. And finally, step 8, listen to and love yourself. Forgive your failures and listen to your psychic within. Only you know what's best for you. Just as important as knowing the steps is keeping your commitment to them. Never give up on the new you. Trust your psychic within. It has tremendous powers to help you achieve all your dreams. Everything you ever wanted is possible once you get in touch with your psychic within. Always remember that learning doesn't stop once you finish school. You are always a student of life's lessons. The 8-step process works. Believe in it. The new you will thank you for it. I just want people to realize that the abilities that I have and that all the principles that I speak about are basic and inherent to all of us. I started noticing my own abilities when I was around 12 years old, when I started seeing auras around the teachers in school. And I just automatically had perceptions and strong feelings about those visions that I had and the colors that I was seeing. And people would ask me questions sometimes about themselves, and I knew that if I just relaxed or took deep breaths, that this was something that allowed the answers to come to me through this subconscious mind, that there is a cosmic force that works within all of us, and it's a matter of just being relaxed and aware and attuned to it. So I then formulated these various principles to help people understand what they could do if they wanted to attract all the things that they were looking for in life, whether it was relationships or success or health or whatever their goals or desires may be. And I found that it was necessary, number one, was to learn really to meditate, and meditation actually is listening to a higher force speak to us. And in order to do that, it was necessary to get to a quiet place. Now, it's a little difficult for some people to meditate in the midst of busy activities going on, a house that is very noisy. So I found like taking a walk, going to the beach, taking a walk into a quiet area, sitting in the bathroom, wherever it may be, that would allow a person to be quiet so that they can start receiving information instead of having their switchboard of a mind busy all the time. If you want to pray first, and I recommend that you do that ahead of time, and then be quiet for a few minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, as you do this longer and longer, it gets easier and easier so that you can receive more guidance as to what you need to do, whether it's finding the right job, should I move, should I stay, should I sell this piece of property, should I stay with this relationship or not. Answers will start automatically coming to you as you tap into that psychic force within. It's not complicated, and you don't have to follow any particular rigorous type rituals or positions that you sit in. It's the sincerity of the heart that makes the connection to that psychic within, and the subconscious mind will start replaying to you what you planned, so that if you think negative thoughts on a regular basis, even jokingly, even if you said something like, oh, this job is driving me crazy, and you keep saying that, after a while, that job will drive you crazy. So I learned to be very careful on what I was saying, even jokingly, and that the people that were around me were also carefully selected. It's very important to associate with people who are positive and that have uplifting thoughts, or that have a lifestyle that you emulate. The subconscious mind then does replay back to us like a computer whatever you put into it. So you have to be careful what you think, what you say, the movies you watch, the books you read, the places you go, everything that you do, what you breathe, what you drink, what you eat. All of those things influence your whole energy vibration. And so it all goes together as a package. When I was 12 years old, the first thing I saw around the teachers in school when I first noticed my psychic ability was a plain flash to the right of the teacher's head. And I had an impression that this was something coming up. I actually saw a plane with my eyes open. And I also had an impression in my mind that he was going to Philadelphia. So I went up to him after class and I said, are you planning to take a trip to Philadelphia by plane? And he said, yes. I mentioned this in class, and I said, no, I just had a feeling that you were going. I went home and told my mother, and my mother has had the same experiences since she was small. And then she was then very encouraging and supportive of my having these psychic experiences. After that, I started to have more experiences of seeing auras of the various colors that would be shown, and I would get an impression in my mind of what that meant, if it was good, if it was bad, if it was a delay in a circumstance or whatever the person was needing to know. That's how I would receive information. And it just continued on up through college. Then it became more intensified because I had sorority sisters at that time in the sorority I belonged to who would ask me questions. And they would say, well, am I going to see this guy this afternoon? Or when do you feel I'll see him? Or is it going to work? And I knew that if I relaxed myself and took these deep breaths and I just meditated a little bit, prayed, and again, this was all on my own. I hadn't read any books and I hadn't taken any courses or anything, that I would receive an answer. And I would say, okay, if you go across campus, head towards the library about 4 o'clock, you'll run into him. And these things started happening. And the more I did it, the more accurate I was becoming. So there is a law, a cosmic law. It's called the law of use. The more you use an ability, the better you become. It's just like a sport. If you have the skills and you practice the right skill, you're bound to improve that skill. So that's what I did with my own psychic ability, as I had done earlier in my life in athletics. I used to use visualization all the time when I played in sports competitively, visualizing the ball going in the hoop, visualizing the ball going in the hole. And these were just techniques that I did, again, on my own without having read any books. So I carried them over into the psychic aspect to develop that ability within myself, because I too wanted to attract into my life the right mate and financial gain and success in where I was going to be living and in all the areas, health as well. So I had to follow this plan, and the plan involved the mental, the physical, and the spiritual. It was holistic. There was no separation of the body, the mind, or the soul. It was all together. So it does take effort. It takes work. It takes persistence. It takes patience. you go with the flow. You know, sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, but you always have to have that positive attitude and know that something good's going to come out of everything. And that's what I learned to do. In addition to developing it psychically, you know, I would have these visions, or I would just know things, but at the same time, I wanted to prove to myself that I could make things happen in my life, not just happen psychically, that there was some predetermined fate, but that I had some control over my destiny. And when I got involved in the power of your subconscious mind and mind control, that's when I really discovered that there was something to programming, that there was something to cutting out pictures and pasting them on a wall, and then as I attracted those things, they started to be checked off. If it was a car I wanted, the color I'd want, I'd go to a dealership and get the brochure, and I would make a goal board and I'd put it on a wall, trips I wanted to take, the type of people I wanted to attract in my life, the kind of habits I wanted to have, the kind of bad habits I wanted to get rid of, negative emotions, fear, worry, anger, envy, jealousy, all of those negative emotions I wanted to change into positive emotions. So I would visualize myself being calm, being happy, being grateful, being humble. And so all of that has to go back with a combination of the psychic and the power of the subconscious mind, the two together, because we have a hand in our own destiny. We can change our fate. That a psychic reading to someone is only good as at the time that it's given. So if we want to change our future, then we have to change our thinking. So it's sometimes better to just be programming alone or visualizing the things alone than to share these things with someone who's going to say, oh, you can't do that. You know, are you crazy? That'll never work. I mean, you're not capable of achieving that type of thing. You're spreading yourself too thin, or that's beyond your expectations, things like that. A lot of people out there may be wondering, well, yes, this has worked for you, but can it really work for me? And of course it can. I mean, it's so simple. It's like something as simple as spending a few minutes a day on something that's going to change your whole day and your whole future. If a person would only realize through the various steps and the techniques that we've talked about here, they will find out for themselves the joy and the wonder that they would have in their own life, of that tremendous power that lies within us, that can just transform our whole lives into something that's miraculous, something that's far beyond our expectations, that this cosmic force out there knows what our needs are and is able to supply all the things that we need to achieve our goals. And all we need to do is take that little step. The joy that I received just from checking off on my paper all the things that I started to attract into my life by simple programming in the day, like maybe spending 5 or 10 or 15 minutes a day on something that normally I would have to try to force things to happen, just made the day go by so much smoother, whether it was getting, as I said, the right type of job or attracting the type of people into my life. What I have found is that if a person like myself would spend 5 minutes a day just sitting quietly and visualizing these things and praying and meditating about them, instead of just rushing off into the day and trying to frantically do things and make things work for that day, no matter what we're doing, you know, that things would just work out so much smoother if I turned it over to that power within myself to help me accomplish it. I have formulated and believe in a particular system in my own life each day that I feel that a person can apply in their own lives. It's not complicated. It's something that is just basically spending a few minutes each day, up to as much time as you would want, by concentrating on that power within yourself. That if you just allow yourself this time, you'll start seeing amazing changes in your own life, as it has been in my own life. I can only assure you that through persistence and patience and dedication to that psychic within, that you'll start having your dreams come true as mine have been becoming true, and more dreams are becoming realities each day. It's up to you. The sky's the limit. So, you know, whatever you want, you can have. Tap into yourself, spend the time, meditate, tune in, know yourself, love yourself, whatever you can believe in that you feel that you're able and consciously willing to accept in your life, you can achieve. So I never put any kind of limits on what I want, and I don't want you to put any on yourself.